Hello everyone. Today I want to show you something that drives a lot of technicians crazy. You buy a PS3 BGA soldering jig, you put the motherboard inside and the screws do not line up with the PCB holes at all. If you try to force it, you will bend the board. If the board bends, your RSX or CELL Reball will fail before even you start heating it up. So in this video I'll show you how to properly correct the jig by drilling the holes that will match to that motherboard perfectly. No stress, no tension, no word boards. I'll show you another video I made a little bit earlier where I'm gonna show you how I'm trying to put that board with that factory made holes and studs. You're gonna see what I have on my mind. One. Which way it goes? I believe this way. And of course, let's use our spacer. And to be honest with you guys, I don't know if you're gonna see it. I'll try to zoom in. I mean, these holes are not perfectly aligned. Okay, let's put some screws and find out. So the screws in that set looks like so. They have a huge head. So let's try to put the screws in. And already I don't like it because they don't fit. Okay, let's try this one. In my DIY jig, I didn't have these ones. That was the reason I wanted to buy this new jig and try. So let's It's not perfectly aligned. This. But let's move on. Maybe I'm just complaining. No, I'm not. Some of the screws don't want to go. That's the first time I'm using it, to be honest with you guys. So far I've been using my DIY jig. So see, this one doesn't want to go in. Let's loose the others. Maybe we will have some wiggling place. Not much. Okay. Let's move on. I would like to have this one too. Oh, I don't like it completely. Because this one overlaps this tiny IC. This probably it's a MOSFET transistor. So I really don't like it. It was cut probably on some kind of a CNC laser. It should be done much better. If you want, I can measure all of that dimensions and make a small file. So you could probably cut this yourself, as I've done with mine. I've been hoping that it's gonna be better. For example, this one doesn't go either. Doesn't fit completely. Okay, let's try this one here. Okay. Hmm. As I said, could be done better. This one goes at some kind of angle. Okay. So in this video, you could see issues I had with this jig before I uh, updated it. So let's move on how I achieved that update. So I am back from a drill press. It was easier to use a drill press instead of that hand drill I just showed you. The holes are quite big. They are 4 millimeters in diameter, but now we have some wiggle room here. And if we're gonna use the studs, we will have some space to adjust them. So my idea is to use a damaged board like this one. Unfortunately, this one is completely dead, so this can be used as a jig. And I'm gonna try to put my studs first to the PCB, like so, and then adjust it to inside that bracket and screw it from the bottom. So let me do it now. Okay, let's find out. Let's remove the screws and see if now they are aligned. I can see it already. They fit much better. We have no issues with this. Not this screw. It doesn't hit that MOSFET transistor. Still not perfectly aligned, but it's way better than it was before. Let me I'll leave 2 of them so it won't move. I'm gonna show you closer. You can see now we can at least freely put this board inside this jig. So why I wanted to show you this? Because there is one big reason. Whenever the stud gonna be slightly offset and the screw's gonna go at the angle, first you can damage that PCB inside that screw hole. Second thing, if you're gonna lift one side at the corner, that's gonna be extremely dangerous for that during that reflow process, because when the PCB reaches that high temperature around 220 to 30 degrees Celsius, that fiberglass softens slightly, and the mechanical stress will warp the board or crack that solder balls or the vias inside. This will create some other issues, and you probably will have a dead board after all, and probably you will blame your work, but it's not your reball process. So that jig has to be aligned with the PCB. So many people, whenever they're gonna have a failed attempt of repair, they're gonna blame the reball process, but actually it's the jig which caused this issue. So now whenever we have that screws aligned, there will be no pushing, no bending, no tension on the PCB. And whenever you're gonna put this on your rework station, it will be freely heating up on all of the surface. Technically, that our PCB, whenever we're gonna remove it from that broken console, it should sit freely, completely flat on the jig using the gravity only. So if you have to push it or something, you have to press one side, something is still wrong. So don't do it. Also, you have to remember that the PCB will expand during that reflow process, but with this jig it shouldn't matter at all, so it should not cause any warping. So technically this is it. Before blaming your stencil flux or profile or your approach to this work, Check your jig alignment first. Most failed PS3 Reballs I see actually are made by mechanical stress failures. Fix the jig once, and every future repair becomes easier and more reliable. So if this video helped you, leave a like, feel free to ask question in the comment, subscribe. If you're gonna leave a comment, I am trying to reply to all of them. And thank you, and see you in the next one. Bye.